very good morning. I was just going through the participants. So from north to south, east to west, from all corner. This program is the skilling training of rural youth. So the agricultural day by day is becoming uninterested by especially younger ones, and the global bodies, FAO, World Bank, or other ADB, or even the Indian governments are interested to attract the youth towards the agriculture, because with the growing population, we have to feed. We are able to produce a lot, but as FAO says, we waste about 1/3 what we produce. Indian condition is also not so good. We do lose a lot. So with that, towards the attraction of the youth, and this showcasing the various opportunities in the field of agriculture, primary agriculture, secondary agriculture, agro processing. This particular training program is very, very relevant, timely, and I have attended earlier programs also. And today's topic is post-harvest management of horticultural crops. So I welcome all the participants. Horticulture sector, if you look, it is a very potential sector. It provides the regular income to the farmers and other people. It is one of the major contribution to the Indian economy, and India is the largest producer of the horticultural crops globally. The year estimate is 22-23 is that our total horticultural production is going to be 350.9 million metric tons. And if we see our progress from independence, the horticultural production has increased to 14 times. And the horticulture comprises of fruit, vegetable, flower, medicinal, aromatic plants, spices, plantation crops, mushrooms. So there is a wide range of the variety. More than 250 crops are covered under the horticulture. There are huge number temperate, tropical, subtropical fruits, wide range of the material, and accordingly the very good opportunity also for the use. One of the major point which is of concern by the government of India and globally is the issue of food losses and waste. And fruits and vegetables are highly perishable crops, making them a hot spot in the fight to reduce food loss and waste. That is why the fruit vegetables are the hot spot for the food losses and waste, and that is why there is a fight to reduce the food loss and waste under the Sustainable Development Goal 2 as well as 12. There is a focus on reducing the food wastage by half, zero hunger, then the income, employment generation. About 11 SDGs are concerned with the agriculture. So in one or other, empowering women, or so many attracting youth, so many other options are there where horticulture can play a big role. So why this commodity becomes the hot spot for the food losses? Because they are perishables. Many of these fruits and vegetables contain a large quantity of initial moisture content. They are highly susceptible to rapid quality degradation, leading to the extent of the spoilage. And there is also an urgent need and understanding of the reliable storage system, because there is a very much increase in the demand of the fresh fruits and vegetables in the local market, in the pan-India level, as well as for the export. So unless we store them, it will be, and maintain the quality till it is consumed, it will be very difficult for the people to get the quality produce. Now, when you look on the Sustainable Development Goal, zero hunger, responsible consumption and production, and good health and well-being, these are the sectors which directly associate with this issue. And increasing the sustainable production of fruits and vegetables is necessary to fulfill the global nutrition requirement. SDG 3 and SDG 2 have been the concern. SDG 12.3, by 2030, half per capita global food waste at retail and at the consumer level, and reduce food losses along production and supply chain, including the post-harvest losses. So this is a very dominant issue, and we have to look into all the facets. This is my first presentation under the STRY, and based on the requirement, we will be able to focus on some of the other topics, food safety, quality, or whatever is their processing, agro-processing in future if it is required. Horticulture value chain supports livelihood. These are the picture from Northeast. Our we do have IIHR has got intervention of our varieties. Even I was the NEH the nodal officer last year, and we could able to supply large quantity of the seed. So some of the places where the tomato production was not possible, now they are growing. It is known as tomato village. Surplus production is there, and here you can see the horticulture value chain supports the livelihood. All those workers, laborers, the intermediaries in the chain, everyone gets employment on a daily basis. If we support this, if there is no loss, if the product moves from the farmer to the consumer, everyone gets their employment and the source of the livelihood. They get the money. If there is any destruction or loss, then that is going to adversely affect all those who are involved in that. So with this way, the post-harvest aspect becomes very, very important. Now, yes, we know cultivation. Most of our food products we get out of the cultivation, but just merely cultivation does not mean that we have food until unless it is harvested. So harvesting is a major component, one of the critical component in the cultivation exercise, and only this action takes the product and links with the food chain. So the post-harvest begins when the process of collecting or separating food of edible quality from its site of immediate production has been completed. So we have to, as long as the fruit is, if somebody has grown a crop on for the decoration in the orchard, they are not harvesting. It is just for decoration. It will never become the food. So harvesting is a deliberate human act with the intention of starting its way to the table. And today's topic is post-harvest. So the moment harvesting happens, it directly gets links with the post-harvest. Now, the post-harvest management, the technology and the sub-disciplines, it is a multidisciplinary aspect. Yes, it starts from the harvesting, but after the harvesting, the produce has to move from the farm or the production site to a pack house kind of facilities. Or the market. From market again, it will be moving to the bigger market or to the consumer. So harvesting followed by transportation, then the quality assurance, storage, packaging, waste management, food safety, processing. All these things becomes, if it is not safe, it is not food. So we have to also make sure that the food in the chain from the consumer to the producer to the consumer is also safe in the chain. And there are several other activities associated with the post-harvest technology, that is pre-cooling, cleaning, washing, waxing, grading, ripening, packaging, storage, transportation, distribution, market linkage. So post-harvest refer to the period after crop has been harvested and include all the activities involved in managing the crops from harvesting to storage, transportation, and processing till it reaches to the final consumer. Now, benefit of maintaining freshness and quality of the fruit and vegetable during the chain, especially at the market yard, from where it is a link between the producer and the consumer, because this helps in extension of the shelf life, minimize spoilage. One of the major problem, if any one of the participants had a role to play, or they are in a position to improve the infrastructure at market yard or in the supply chain, this point is very, very important for them. So the cold storage helps to prolong the shelf life of fruits and vegetables, allowing them to remain fresh for a longer period. So, but as of now, most of the market yard or those areas does not have the cold storage facilities. Minimize spoilage. By inhibiting the growth of microorganisms, in cold storage reduces the risk of spoilage and ensures that food produce reaches consumers in a optimal conditions. And preserve nutritional value. It is not just the economic loss or the weight loss. Even the nutritional retention is also better once the product is stored under cold storage conditions, because cold storage helps to retain the nutritional content of fruits and vegetables by slowing down the degradation of vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. And finally, the produce at the market yard or in the supply chain, if we maintain the good quality, then its marketability assured. So the fresh and high quality produce faces better price in the market, and cold storage facility enable producers and distributors to meet consumer demand for the fresh produce around the year. So that is why one of the aspects is in the post harvest management is the maintenance of the freshness. I am going to talk on this aspect in detail in the subsequent slides. Now, if you just observe around you, you will find the different people, they handle this perishable commodity in different way. So maintaining the freshness of the fruit and vegetable during the transit requires careful attention to temperature control, handling practices, and packaging. If the produce is just dumped on the ground, or if it is not well properly treated, or any XYZ kind of the packaging material is there which may cause damage or bruising to the produce, then such things are not of a very good. And to be, if the participants are somewhere linked with these, the people following this practice, they can straightway look for an alternate and try to stop the wrong practices. And the produce has to be properly harvested. It should be in a crate and properly transported, packing, cold storage whenever it is needed, etc. So this the details. So what exactly I wanted to see, that once it is harvested in the fresh form, produce moves. Certainly for moving, it is packed. Sometimes it is open also. So this is one of the very critical component which has to be taken into account. Now, the fruits and vegetables, as I told, it is perishable, rapid quality degradation is there. So a reliable storage systems is needed to maintain the fresh quality. Or alternatively, we can also think, because many fruits and vegetables are cumbersome, like pineapple, jackfruit, papaya. It is not, everything is not grapes you wash, and it requires a lot of preparations and other things. It leads to the inconvenience to the consumers. So if that is converted into a convenient form and in a processed form, so seasonality, the diversified uses and all that can be assured. So a alternate option is to convert these perishable products, high value products, into a processed product by adopting various kind of the processing technology. The production system practices and technology. Certainly, I started with the production, cultivation. So until unless we cultivate good agricultural practices, organic production, now natural farming, all those things are coming. Even one cauliflower can be sold like a organic cauliflower, or grown by through natural farming or by any other standard method. So a good production system has to be assured at the first place. The high content of there was a recent news about the spices are contaminated with a high dose of the pesticides. Likewise, the issue of the pesticide residue in the fruits and vegetables is very alarming. So the production system practices and technology is very, very critical. Then what we produce, that is going to be conserved in the subsequent stages. So since fruit and vegetables are often eaten fresh, fruit safety is a critical issue, and promoting good practices in the production, harvesting, and post-harvest handling of fresh produce lowers the risk of the food contamination and helps maintain the quality. And this is associated with the SDG 2 and 12 both. That is the responsible consumption and the production. Now, the good agricultural practices for quality production, we have to make sure that a high production system, high quality fruit vegetable production, maintenance of the quality as per the consumer demand, and utilization of the high technology. That is what the attraction up to the rural youth. If we keep on following the traditional method of the production, or the promote the same thing, it may not attract the youth. So we have to look on the other options, other commodities which can face a better price, where we can those who are involved can also enjoy that they are doing a great job, and they can able to develop or produce the commodity as per the market requirement. If we are harvesting any produce, it has to be harvested in a proper way, proper maturity, proper, especially fruit and vegetables are they grow, vegetables they grow at the time. So a very delicate stage is there where the vegetable is fit for the consumption. Nobody consumes the ripe brinjal. So at what stage has to be? If the too much fibrous beans are there, it becomes unfit. So what is being done? What should be done? That is the stage of the proper stage of the harvesting, clean harvesting, and all these handling and proper care of the commodity. That is all is needed to make sure that after the cultivation, the crop is handled at the very first stage very properly. Yes, maturity stages, especially the crop like mango, guava, banana, papaya, pineapple, that is very important. If we harvest a immature fruit, it won't ripe, and there will be not very good color and flavor. So as I told, there are more than 250 or even the fruit vegetables. So in each case, we have to make use of a traditional as well scientific understanding of the what will be a proper stage of the harvesting, and that this stage, the stage of harvesting also depends upon the consumer preference, whether it's the market, local market, distance market, for processing, etc. So all these things are required at the time of the harvesting. This consideration has to be there. Now, any fruit and vegetable is there. Certainly, the nature does not produce everything in a perfect shape, size, color, or the quality. So, if there is any problem of the spoilage or some damage, etc., the next stage is sorting of the produce to remove the bruised, malformed fruits waste, and then that remaining produce will can move to the next level. And this, for example, in case of the guava, it can be transported along with the leaf and or just fruit in a plastic crate, and that is where the different options can be utilized so that it can maintain the quality in the subsequent stages. See, the pomegranate, very good quality, the fruit production, then a thorough harvesting using the crates, transportation using this, then at the grading stage, it has been graded, packed, and that is how all these things, because these are the high value commodity, and we have to make sure that it receives a proper treatment. Then when the produce is brought to a marketplace or the sales area, the proper hygienic maintenance of that environment, a hygienic handling of the produce. Now from here, the produce is moving to the farmers. So a hygienic, this is one of the Sahaja organics in Bengaluru. You can see the premises where the produce is brought. Even from Bengaluru, it moves to the Chennai, Bombay, also the organic produce. You can see how they have stacked. And most importantly, the point which the people they neglect is the crates. Just before in the few slides, it should be harvested and transported in the plastic crates. These crates are washed properly. So the market areas, in the field conditions, or wherever the produce we have to handle in the crates, there must be a cleaning, washing facility for the crates also, so that no microbial contamination moves to the next level. And this is how we have to take care of the produce quality during the transit. Now, many of the people are coming forward to set up the ripening facilities. I met one person in the Chittoor, 10 tons of mangoes they ripe and they sell to the market. In the banana, Bengaluru, we get a lot of ripe banana. That is the artificially ripened using the ethereal gas. And then that is supplied. So this kind of the system, this kind of the infrastructure also helps, and this is an intermediate, it's a service facility which can be created by any youth and or the FPOs or at the KVK level, and then that the produce which requires a ripening, that can be brought and that can be ripened, and then the ripe product can move to this in a proper way. This is a mango season. A lot of the carbide treated mangoes also comes to the market. Carbide is banned. So a proper ripening using the standard scientific method that can be adopted for the ripening of the fruits. That is a very essential part. One side, the checking of the malpractices of the ripening, another side, promoting the scientific way of ripening is very much important. See, a mango pack house, after the desetting, cleaning out the mangoes, that it can be properly packed, and that is true with the other commodities, which market, where exactly it is going, and then the grading, packing, fresh market chain. That is how a fresh produce chain has to move in a proper way. And certainly, this is not everything is what exactly you can see on this. It is not a traditional agriculture. Many of the farmers they never adopted such things, they are not at all aware also. So it is those who are the link between the scientific organization and the farmers. It is their duty to impart their knowledge, technology, and bring the awareness among the stakeholders in the supply chain. Increased production of the mangoes, or a good amount of the mangoes are also processed. This is one of the very largest facility, Sunship Agro at Bengaluru, Kolar. So during the season, they collect the mangoes, artificially it is ripened, and then the produce is conserved into a container, 210 kg container. Now this can be utilized for the local markets or for the export. So this is the other option. When we get the commodity in 1 or 2 months, an Arman Indians wait for 10 months and get only fruit for only 1 to 2 months. It comes like a flood. Everywhere you can see only mango after it disappears. So the processing and conserving the fruit into a other intermediate or finished farm is the other option in the post-harvest management, so that the goodness and the nutritional benefit of the fruit produce can be utilized. A similar practice is also followed in case of the tomatoes. When the tomato crops comes and it is converted into the puree or paste. The issue comes about the storage. So what are the different storage options? Because if we don't provide proper storage, the products will deteriorate. And there are the different ways of the storage: the low temperature storage, modified atmospheric composition, the controlled atmospheric storage, shrink wrapping of the individual film, irradiation is also adopted for certain regions of fruit, vegetable, high humidity boxes we have developed, and many corporate houses, the Reliance Press, they do use for extending the shelf life of the provide a proper storage environment. There will be a loss of the moisture in the produce, the carbohydrate and vitamins loss, then there will be development of physiological disorders, then there may be shoot growth. Sometimes you can see in the onion or the garlic, then the root growth, shoot growth, the potato also gets damaged. Then seed germination, peas and all that, we find this problem, and attack of the pest and diseases. So a appropriate storage environment is a must to extend the shelf life. Then the cold storage, most of the participants, they must be aware about the cold chain, the program being promoted by the government of India. And the cold storage is a low temperature it maintains, which decreases the microbial and enzymatic activity. It will increase the shelf life of the produce by providing a constant low temperature environment, and it will also extend the availability and marketable surplus for the export. So the different type of cold storage facility can be used. That is the refrigerated warehouses, which maintains a low temperature, and large-scale facilities for storing large quantity of produce before distribution to the market or retailers. It can be a facility created near the market areas. Refrigerated trucks and vans for transporting perishable goods from farm to the distribution center to the market or the other destination. Walking coolers. These are the small-scale cold rooms unit commonly used at retailers, restaurants, or farmer marketplace. So by preserving the produce in optimal condition, cold storage helps to extend the shelf life and retain the nutritional value of the fruits and vegetables. These are the different temperatures. Normally, we have a practice of storing only potatoes in the cold storage, and the 5-6 degree like temperature is maintained. But for the different fruits, especially tropical fruit like mango and banana, the storage requirement is 13 degree plus. So the cold storage should offer that. Some crops like the carrot, cabbage, or the grapes, that requires a 0 to 2 or like that very lower temperature. So accordingly, we have to think that we have a multi-compartmental cold storage facility, and also there should be a provision of altering the temperature. Like if okra requirement is 7 degree or 10 degree, then we could able to change the temperature to 10 degree. If you keep it at 5 degree, then certainly the okra is not going to survive. So we have to have a proper consideration about that. Yes, certainly, like if a 20-22 degree temperature is provided in air conditions, we feel comfortable. Now, if even the not desired temperature is possible, but even we can have a structure where the production is going to be stored for a shorter period, then even 10-15 degree centigrade temperature maintenance in that environment can also help in the maintaining the freshness and the quality for a shorter period in the produce before the subsequent transit. Then modified atmospheric storage packaging of the perishable products in the atmosphere, which has been modified so that the composition is other than that of the air. Shrink wrapping, individual shrink wrapping can extend the shelf life of the produce. We have developed almost, my colleague Dr.R.B. he spent almost 30 years on developing the different protocol. Yes, it requires a breathable free film to reduce the moisture loss. But since there is a not so much encouragement of use of the plastic, but for the export purpose or other purposes, if there is a requirement, then even the shrink wrapping technology can also be utilized. Then this is the ARCA high humidity box. It retains freshness of the green leafy vegetables for about 48 hours. And this particular box has been commercialized to 10, 12 different firms, and they are using for the storage of the fresh vegetables. Now, the controlled atmospheric storage, last month only I came for making a presentation to the J&K officials, and this PPT I made that time. So this is the commercially used in the Jammu, Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh, maintaining a precise defined atmospheric conditions. It is already in use. This is a lifeline of the atmosphere, but this is not the research. The Indian research about maintaining the proper composition, the farmers' awareness about what should be the time gap up from the harvesting to till it is getting stored and all that. There is a lack of information, because basically this facility is only as a service provider, and sometimes the farmers, they feel that yes, they are not willing to sell the produce. So this and there is a very good system also that they collect that all those people who provide the such facility, they collect the fruits, they keep it in these bins, and then after the storage period, they take it out, starting grading and packing of the produce is done, and then that is handed over to the farmers or whoever is the intermediaries. So it consists of the gas-tight refrigerated storage room equipments to create the measures the recommended gas concentration. But this kind of storage system has not been practiced in other part of the country for other commodities. Although the other commodities also can be stored under the controlled atmospheric conditions. Now, the requirement of the cleaning equipments, as I emphasize that market yard are even at the farmer's place, a PO's setup. The cleaning of the crates are very important. High pressure washers, brushes and scrubbers, detergent, sanitizers, hot water system, drain systems. All such things are also a critical infrastructure which should be supported so that a hygienic environment can be maintained for handling of the fresh produce. Then transportation is a very critical component, and a lot of damage, bruising, the compression, and so many other things that happens to the produce. So the transportation is essential linkage in the post-harvest stores, handling and distribution, transportation of the fresh produce from the production center to the retail market, and a proper care, the long distance transportation, the use of the river vans, etc., a proper packaging system. All these things are of prime importance. Then appropriate this one, any packaging material, if it is going to cause damage to the produce during the transportation, the damage will be much higher. So this is how exactly it has to be done. Then the reliable transportation is essential for efficient and timely movement of the fruits and vegetables from farm to the market. Distribution, transportation play a critical role in ensuring that produce reaches consumers in optimal conditions, preserving freshness and quality. Delays or disruption in the transportation can lead to spoilage, resulting in financial loss for the producers and distributors, as well as to reduce the consumer satisfaction. So this is one of the critical activity in the post-harvest management that has to be thoroughly, and it may differ based on the commodity, the distance, the market, and all that. Within this given time, I cannot deliberate much on this. Yeah, we do have developed two systems at IIHR. One is motorized tricycle, which has got about 150 kg capacity, evaporating cooling of the system that keeps fruits, vegetables fresh. Audio system for announcement, LED lights for night, digital balance, all these electrical gadgets run by the solar power. So this machine we are promoting, and then the other thing is the solar powered fruit and vegetable vending man. So this also is a little bit larger facility with the almost similar kind of this one. During the COVID, this become a lifeline from farmers field to the direct delivery apartments, and lakhs of the worth of the business they were doing in a single day. So this can be promoted. Market and market linkage is a very important. As I told, there is a increased demand in the intra-state as well as global. So diversity of the fruit and vegetable gives producers and suppliers a broad range of market opportunities, and linking the farmers to the market is also the responsibility of this. Just merely concentrating to increase the production is not going to solve our problem. All those actions and the advisory service provider, they must be also thinking and looking on the opportunity to link the farmers to the market. That is a very critical aspect. Now, the present different stages of this essay, the tomatoes can be harvested for long distance transport, the green pink color tomatoes are harvested for processing, ripe tomatoes are harvested. In this case, it requires to be graded so that ripe piece distributed that can be marketed at local place, and the produce we can last for a longer period that can go. So this is what I have just given in a market intervention, giving the example of the tomatoes. That can be for other things also. Market at the present market at distance place, mixed fruit, poor packaging, no storage, some time it gets glut, forced distress sell, price fluctuation. These strategies should be towards the harvest at a proper, as per the market requirement. The consolidation and storage, refrigerated vehicle, distance market and export, market intelligence, e-marketing linkage, institutional buyers, etc. So the produce has to be linked with the institutional buyers or to the processing, so then a complete chain is maintained, and accordingly all these things to be this one. Then yes, so far this information was related to the fresh produce. Now we can also look into the increasing the convenient, and that is what the youth, women, self-help group, FPOs, they can think of. Fresh cut fruits and vegetables, there is a increasing demand. We have developed the technology for the fresh cut vegetables, which can extend the shelf life of 6 to 22 days. Then in the vegetables, the fruits like pineapple, papaya, jackfruit, about 10 days shelf life. This one with the refrigeration condition, no chemical is added. In the fruits, only the modified atmosphere packing that helps in this one. Then so many other type of the products. Now, as I told that we also have to promote the conservation of the produce, especially during the production season, and when it is cheap, and also for improving the agro-processing activity in the rural areas. That will be a additional source of the income employment generation. Even the KVKs, government of India is also planning to upgrade the KVKs and empower them so that they can impart the training capacity building at that place and promote the secondary agriculture or the food processing, etc. So there are different methods: scanning, dehydration, freezing, freeze drying, etc. If the opportunity comes in the future, I could be able to take a full session on the food processing, because last 32 years I work on the processing of fruits and vegetables at IIHR. And but see, yes, so I was talking freshness, quality maintenance, but the mango kept in cold storage, a potato kept in the cold storage, are the French fry. After all, it has to be converted into a different form. A tomato, keeping the tomato in the cold storage, we don't get ketchup or puree. So the consumer requirement may be a different. The farmers produce the wheat, but the consumer consumes in a form of the bread. So there is a from wheat to flour transformation, from flour to bread transformation, then the produce reaches to the consumer. So we also have to think of the consumer requirement, market research, market survey, and the possibility of the converting into a suitable processed product. So from mango, we can make a frozen mango slices, dehydrated mango slices, fruit bar, canned product, and so many other things. Guava, this is our RKVY variety developed at IIHR juice, beverages, osmotically dehydrated proper. So there can be a range of the other kind of the productive the possibilities of converting that product into this. This is also constitute in the post harvest management. So osmotic dehydration of fruits and vegetables, almost the mango experiment I started in 1994, 30 years back. First experiment on the OD. So we have the technology for mango, papaya, guava, banana, pineapple, jackfruit, sapota, amla. More than 100 times these technologies have been commercialized also. Fruit bars, mango, papaya, guava, jamun. Already it has been developed. Dehydrated vegetables, onion, carrot, cauliflower, pumpkin. So this and we are commercializing this technology. Some of the just last few days back only we conducted one training program with dehydrated vegetables and all that. So the training capacity building of the stakeholders is needed, and that these fruits and vegetables can be converted into various type of the processed product. This is a tomato fresh, the whole tomato crust technology. We have commercialized to many industries. So during the season, the product can be made and it can be stored for 3 to 6 months. So this one slide I can speak for several hours. So I just brought this very basic aspect that how this I myself was showing the slide, the kind of the different packaging needed, the kind of the different temperature is needed. But once you convert into a processed product, you can see the mango, then the papaya, then pumpkin, jackfruit. Anything we can put it in a more convenient form. Yes, India has got blessed with the solar energy, and there is a good scope of using solar energy, solar drying for the conversion of the fruits and vegetables. हम तो हिंदी में बोलते हैं खाओ नहीं तो सुखाओ बाद में खाओ. So with the drying of the fruits vegetables is a very sustainable option for converting the reducing food products losses and waste. And we can use last month only one farmer from the last season they produced the mangoes, organic mango pulp. They were having the pulp and they brought the pulp to our institute and we converted it into a fruit bar. They paid the charges. जैसे हम बचपन में जो है गेहूं पिसवाने के लिए जाते थे आटा बनाने के लिए, तो उस तरीके से like that the facilities we are having incubation center at IIHR and we converted it to fruit bar. So these kind of the things can be promoted by the KVKs and other agricultural associated actions and functionaries. So this at a small scale also we can provide a smaller kind of the solar dryers so that in the off time the ladies can be engaged, self-help group people can be engaged for converting that fruit and vegetable into a more stable farm and avoiding the spoilage. Yes, the mango is one of the important commodity for processing, but earlier only the ripe mango was having the options for converting into the pulp and making juice, beverages and bar. Almost 10 years I worked on that aspect because in the transit mango supply chain, we get a lot of mangoes damaged by any the Adi, Tufan, typhoon or some other natural calamities that cause the pre-drop of mangoes. So now it is possible we do have the technology because this is a mango season. I wanted to inform to the participants that mango up, whether it is bitter stage, whether it is the tart stage or the sweet stage, we can convert mangoes of any stage in the supply chain. If a mango is broken or got damaged during the harvesting, it cannot be allowed for a ripening and become a ripe fruit, but that can be converted into a more, and we do have a whole range of this. So converting mango of any stage into a edible snack product, we have a good understanding of this particular issue because the mango farmers, they do face a lot of problem because they unmarketable fruit. One side the fruit is ripe and other side is raw. It becomes a waste. It does not move to the supply chain. So we can very easily help in converting those mangoes into a value-added product. So the entrepreneurship development and empowering, as I told, we have to attract the youth, whether male, female, etc. We have to empower them. And the post-harvest offers a very good scope. So post-harvest management, value addition, botanics, microbial products, protected cultivation, mushroom production processing, micronutrient formulations, etc. These kind of the technology can be promoted among the youth and farmers. We do have developed several technology at IIHR, and that can be increase the entrepreneurship activities in the catchment area. So finally, I will conclude the post-harvest food losses does not support sustainable agricultural system for better production, better nutrition, and better environment and better life. Cold storage facilities should be encouraged as they are indispensable component of the marketing infrastructure for fruits and vegetables, ensuring that they maintain their freshness, quality, and nutritional value throughout the supply chain. In turn, post-harvest loss reduction. Reducing post-harvest food losses is a necessary step in ensuring food and nutrition security and livelihood in a sustainable manner, and reduced losses not only reflect an increase in food available for human consumption, but also reflect a more judicious use of our natural resources. Wish to thank the participant